Whoa, just broke my camera.
This past summer, my dad gave me one of his old 4x5 cameras from his studio, and I finally got everything that I need to be able to shoot and develop it all on my own.
1, 2, 3, 4. First one down.
So today, I wanted to talk about the pros and cons of shooting 4x5 film and if it's even worth it. I have taken 6 photos with this camera since I've had it, and other than that, it's just kind of been sitting on my bookshelf waiting to be used. So let's address the elephant in the room. This is a massive camera, and there are smaller 4x5 cameras. There are field cameras that can be packed down, fit in a backpack. This is not one of those cameras. This thing is a beast. It is designed for in-studio work, not out in the field. So all of the photos that I went out and took were out in the field, which poses the issues of carryability and just, getting out to locations. And this camera is not designed for that. But in classic YouTuber fashion, I am using tools that aren't designed for what I'm using them for. But some of the things that you will notice right away when you are looking at 4x5 cameras is there's a lot more control, and it's a lot slower of a process. All 4x5 cameras are leaf shutters, so that means that the shutter is inside the lens. You've got a bellows system, which is what allows you to focus, and ground glass on the back to see the image that you are photographing. It is inverted, and you can do pan, shift, tilt, all those fun things with the bellows attachment. To shoot with 4x5, you're going to need obviously the camera, lens boards, shutter release cable, tripod, and cover so you can frame the ground glass and see the image as you are framing it. You could also, if you do so desire, get one of these so you can zoom in and magnify, focus, make sure that you are hitting critical focus on your image. And you will also need film holders. When you load 4x5 film, there is a correct and an incorrect way to load it. And all of it has to do with these notches on top of the film. These notches will tell you which side is the emulsion side, and you need to put it in the film holder and also in your developing tank with this notch to the top right. Now, that's a lot of stuff to carry. And along with all that stuff, I would suggest getting a little toolkit or something that you can carry along with you. Personally, I have this Evergoods pouch. This is the cap half. And in here, I've got screwdrivers, wrenches, pliers, almost everything that you would need to fix anything on a camera. And that will drastically help with everything that you are doing when shooting 4x5 and what could go wrong. As you can see when I was out in the field, I did not have this because I was trying to go as light as possible. And luckily I had my Swiss Army knife on me and I was able to fix that camera so I could go off and get my final photos of the shoot.
This might be the first time in history that a Land Rover has been doing maintenance on the road, and not because of the Land Rover itself. Hey, look at this guy out here solving problems, saving the shoot.
I opened this video up with an image.
First one down.
And unfortunately, it did not turn out. I'm not sure if it's because I used expired film or if it was user error. The negative is just almost blank. So here is the negative from the first image that I took, and that bled over onto another image, which is disappointing because each image costs like $6 if you are self-developing. I have another example of loading a sheet of film backwards in the developing tank, and the effects that that has on developing as well. The emulsion layer being pressed up against the tank and film holder inside the tank will transfer onto your negative, ruining your negative. Or if you're into that look, then you've got some extra character added to it. This is not what I was going for when I took this photo. And just like, it's just disappointing when you put so much effort and time into taking a singular image and you mess it up by doing something stupid. There's so much room for user error when you are shooting 4x5. It's almost ridiculous. But it is, for me, just a nice test and a nice challenge for my photography. I really enjoyed going out and shooting, didn't as much enjoy seeing my images. I have one image that I really, really like from my day of shooting this winter, but you know, that's just kind of how it goes. I mean, I've had plenty of outings where I didn't have anything that I liked, and there's plenty of rolls of film on 35 millimeter that I don't like a single photo from. And that's just kind of what taking pictures is about. But when you are shooting 4x5 film, it's just kind of amplified because you're putting all of your eggs in one photo basket. And it's an expensive basket, especially if you send it off to a lab to get developed and scanned. I have 8 more photos of Ektachrome 100 that I'm able to shoot. And the biggest thing that has been holding me back from shooting that is not being able to scan those negatives myself. And thanks to Negative Supply, they have supplied me with the 4x5 Scanning Light Pro. And with that, I'm able to scan my own negatives, drastically cutting the cost whenever I send film off to a lab. And with the 97 CRI light source, I'm able to get accurate color representation from those images. So if you're interested in shooting and scanning 4x5 film or 120 or 35 millimeter film, I would check out Negative Supply. They've got everything that you need. I love all of their stuff and use it exclusively for scanning all of my film. But the reality is, 4x5 is a lot of work. And the reason that you want to shoot 4x5 is because you get a much larger negative. Just comparing the sizes of a 35 millimeter negative to a 4x5 negative, 4x5 is drastically larger. So you're going to have significantly less grain. You're going to have a lot of sharpness, a lot of good reasons to shoot 4x5. I think more bad reasons to shoot 4x5, but my suggestion, if you are interested in shooting 4x5 film, is to get the proper camera for the style of shooting that you want to do. It almost feels like, at least in my experience with my camera and my setup, it almost feels like you have to fight the camera to get the photos that you want. Now, I don't use a field camera. I don't have a field camera. So Intrepid or anybody that's out there that might be connected with them, if you guys want to send me a camera to test out, I'd love to. That would be, I mean, yeah, I would love to shoot more 4x5 and be able to be out in the field. So hit me up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really does make a huge difference. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I will see you in the next video.